meditation is one of the most intimate practice. Focus on what you're doing.
Okay.
And with that, if you are mindful enough, you start focusing on really the important things. Like meditation is definitely going to teach you how to communicate better. If you are a CEO, an owner, and an entrepreneur, you don't just work 9 till 5, that's it. You leave your office and you go home. That's very important, again, to allow yourself to switch off. More focused you are, more clarity you gain.
Hello, Agnes. How are you?
Hello, very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So we just talked like 20 minutes before to plan this podcast. I'm very happy to see you here because I know how spirituality and meditation can help people. I mean in business, because myself, I had a small experience and it definitely, I think, changed my life, my mindset. So I really want to know more about that subject. But first, who are you?
Hi, thank you very much for having me. I'm Agnes. I'm a meditation and mindset coach. And that's always the main question, like, okay, what is that? How, and especially when it comes to the business side, because when we think of meditation, is always something super spiritual. You imagine someone wearing a yoga pants and all that, sitting in lotus position. But when it comes to coaching, okay, then you have a more sense of a business idea about it, or just an indication that actually it's for life. And so this is how I started. My background with just meditation, I started to learn the very first time around 15 years ago.
Okay.
So that was my very first experience with meditation. I was always into like energy work and spirituality.
How you started? I mean, you met somebody?
It was just me, like I was just very interested, and so I looked up a course, and I went there, and it was like a Buddhist type of meditation course.
Okay.
I knew nothing about it.
Online? It was online?
In person. Back in Hungary. That's where I grew up. And I got there, and literally straight away we started with nearly 45 minutes, 1 hour, sit down, remain silent, and stay in the yoga position, which was very difficult. But I pushed myself through it.
Why difficult? For your keep your brain focus, or what?
Everything. I mean, okay, that was 15 years ago, but still, like, life is very fast. We are distracted all the time. We have so many things to do.
Right.
So that's always the biggest challenge when they tell me, Agnes, I can't even sit down for like 5 minutes or 2 minutes or 10 minutes, let alone sitting down 60 minutes or 30 minutes or sitting down in an office or in a very unusual environment. And anyway, so I got into meditation very much. I continued my studies.
Like every week, every day?
No, it was courses. So the first was a 4-year course with this Buddhist center. And so that was mainly, all the practices of meditation that was based off the Buddhist teachings.
Okay.
And then I continued. I was very much into spirituality, but also I started to work for corporate companies. I worked in finance or investment, iGaming as well. But I always had this practice. And to be honest, seeing how we live our 9 to 5 life, our only option if we bring the practices to work, whether it's 9 till 5 or, you run your own business. The challenge to create a very balanced work-life balance, that's always the biggest challenge. So this is how I started, getting to know all the struggles, what there is in an office. And then as I practiced meditation, it really changed my life. Like, literally, whenever they ask, okay, Agnes, why should I meditate? And in one sentence, because it changes your life. Why it changes your life? Meditation is one of the most intimate practice. Why is that? Because literally what happens in meditation, you sit down quietly. I mean that type of meditation when there is no distraction, there is no guidance, there is no music, just you. You sit down and it's really you. You're breathing, you even close your eyes, so you really have nothing else, just to connect to yourself, which is one of the most intimate connection we can have. Once you create that, then this is how then you go out to your life, to your partner, to your family, to your business, to strangers. And so this is how meditation affects your entire life.
And for people who never tried, do you think we can have the same benefit for just one session for the first time?
Well, I always say that, don't expect magic after the first session. But recently, that was actually very recent, I think 2 weeks ago, I received a message because I wrote about meditation and something along the lines saying one session won't change your life. And 3 clients of mine messaged, well, actually, I can say yes. One session did change my life and did... obviously, they were coming back for more sessions, and we worked together for a bit. But they said for the very first session, it was such a great experience
to continue.
Where they really wanted to continue. And especially in a corporate environment, that's what happens. Because, I don't take anyone to a gym or to the beach or to whatever. Like literally, it's an office like this. And because it's all about the very small things.
Like what?
For example, your breathing. Or just to really stop for a second. Or before a meeting, if you just allow those few minutes for everyone and for yourself to settle in, that makes a huge difference. Like, for example, before we start, I asked you, like, oh, how are you feeling? And you said, oh, well, a bit nervous, which is, of course, we are.
That's right.
And also, when you feel nervous or stressed, that physically, that is the same sensation in your body. So sometimes we think that, oh my God, that's why they say that good stress is also stress. So that's why we have to deal with it all the time. And so in an office environment, let me show you, okay?
Yeah, give me an example.
Yes. So basically, let's say if it's, before, or even just you are preparing yourself for something.
Yeah, can you give me an example, really, like what I should do before this podcast? Because I feel more stressed than you.
Exactly.
What is your recommendation?
Okay, so I ask you to please just sit back, comfortable, sit back. You want to do it now? Sit back to your chair. Okay, have your back straight. Okay. And place your feet on the ground.
Yeah,
You have it. Okay.
Wow.
Place both feet on the ground. And just feel your toes for a second. All your toes. Move them.
Okay.
Okay. Feel your heels. Just feel them. Okay. And just open your hand a bit. Very good. And just feel your elbows touching the table. You can even look at your right and your left.
Okay.
Okay. Have your back straight. Okay. And close your eyes for a second. Okay. Open it. Close your eyes. Okay. And exhale completely through your mouth. It's okay. Inhale through your nose. And out. Okay. Keep breathing in through your nose and through your mouth. Okay. And just in your mind.
I already feel better.
You have?
I can feel the stress going down.
Very good. And then so you can, as you open your eyes, just look around and please name 3 things around you. Anything, what you see.
Colors, light,
What color?
sunshine in front of me.
Yeah. Very good, very good. And with your breathing, I just want to show you one more thing. If you place your left hand on your chest, right hand on the belly, very good, okay. Close your eyes. Inhale through your nose. And out.
Guys, let's do it together.
Yes, join in. Inhale. And out. Okay, very good. And now with the next one, inhale, inhale, inhale through your nose. Keep inhaling as much as you can and hold it in. Hold it in. Relax your shoulders. Very good. Hold it in. And just acknowledge the fact that you are doing this and you are here. It's okay. And exhale out. Very good. One more time. Inhale through your nose. In as much as you can. And hold it in, hold it in, hold it a bit. Very good. And exhale. Very good. Feel your heartbeat. Okay. Open your eyes. Look to your right. Look to your left.
Yeah.
Very good. You know, we think that meditation and mindfulness is something super duper extraordinary. We have to travel to India or Thailand or wherever, which is great. Go, travel, see and experience. But then you have to come back to your life. And
There is a gap. No?
Exactly, if you don't live your life mindfully. Because what's the gap? You go somewhere, you feel so good. You go on holiday, you're having an amazing time, you're enjoying yourself, you're having fun, or you're relaxing. You're finding and making time to relax.
Yeah.
And then you come back to your extremely crazy, busy life where you can't manage the expectations of what you are setting, what your partner is setting, your family is setting, your work is setting. And that's the gap. There is not really any other gaps, but just what we create in our mind. And that's why our mind is so powerful, but not in a way of you can create magic. Yes, you can create magic. You can manifest. You can create anything into your reality. Correct. But just creating a 10 minutes routine every day just to start with, to really sit down and just even to sit down and do nothing. Just sit down, don't have your phone.
Of course.
Just look around and just acknowledge yourself that, okay, I am here, I'm doing nothing, it's fine.
Yeah.
And calling the objects around you, name them. That's a very easy and quick way to bring yourself into the now. Because what is stress? Stress is something when you are physically here, But in your mind, you are already thinking about, oh my God, what to do tomorrow, or the next meeting, or the next after work, what do I have to do? So you are never in the present moment, but you are always in the past because, oh, something happened an hour ago,
that's
and
true.
it's still affecting you. Or you are already in the future because you are thinking something what you need to do still that
That's
day
very
or that
interesting.
week or that month. Yes, so when they ask me what meditation can really do at the workplace, I always say that whether it's your business or your marriage or your family or your friendships, any relationships, like meditation is definitely going to teach you how to communicate better, for example, because communication is key. Even if it's you are an employee or you run your own business or you just want to have a nice conversation with your mom or
That's
with
right.
your wife or husband or your children. Communication is key in our life. And again, when I say meditation does change your life, this is how it changes your life. Not with a magic touch, but by practicing, in so many areas, start changing that gives you a better just life quality, and that's what we always want. And I think that's the best approach to wanting a better quality of anything that you do in your life, or just a better quality of life. So then, if you think about it that way, then meditation doesn't seem so far away when we talk about, okay, bring it in to your business or to your relationship or to your self-discovery journey, because then you're going to realize that, okay, actually, yes, I can use meditation
and everything
in so
can
many
be
ways.
connected to help the life
Yes,
in
yes.
general. Yeah.
Yes.
And for people who doesn't know how to start, what do you recommend? Because there is, of course, meditation, but I know we can do also like grateful
Journaling as well, yes.
Yeah, for example, there is a lot of different tools to start to work your personal development.
For
That's
sure,
it.
yes. Basically, that's mindfulness as well. When you journal or you do a gratitude list every morning, every evening. And so this is how meditation and mindfulness comes hand in hand, because more you meditate, you become more mindfulness. More mindfulness you become, meditation becomes different or easier, but the two is supporting each other.
Okay.
And most of my clients are total beginners. I mean, when I walk into an office environment, I mean, literally walking in or, connecting online, basically most of them never done any type of meditation.
And I can imagine they are a bit close. And the mindset is a bit close.
Close mind, or it's just a lack of knowledge, or when something is new that of course you don't know, so you are a bit just more curious as well, a bit scared, a bit nervous, you don't know what to do. But that's why I'm there, and I just guide everyone through it. And the experience is always really, really amazing, just because, again, like no one can imagine, especially for the first time, how they would experience something great, especially like at work with 20 minutes of practice or an hour of practice. But it's always, I think I'm lazy by nature. Like I am. I like easy things. I think life is easy. Life is supposed to be easy. I like easy techniques. I have a very nice routine for years and years and years.
But your own
my
routine?
Own routine, exactly. My daily routine, my every quarter routine or yearly routine and everything. But the way I created it, my aim is always that it has to be easy. If it's not easy for me, I cannot show it to you and
yeah.
teach it to you and expect you to do
Yeah.
it if I'm not enjoying it.
So what is your
So,
routine?
my routine, well, it's within meditation. I mean, like for just to be able to sit down for 10 minutes or an hour meditation.
From the
There
morning?
is, yes, there is already like some things what you can do, like breathing exercises or like just some body movements or some tappings, or I have certain tools just to be able to sit down quietly and do your practice, because that's what happens as well, mainly with the people, with those ones who never practiced meditation before, that they are unable to sit down, of course, straight away. So then we use those small techniques to guide them, and just with some breathing exercises or just with more connection. Remember, again, stress is being disconnected from yourself, disconnected from the present moment. So imagine this is how you wake up. By the time you get to work, oh my God, in your mind, you've been already to thousands of places, and you definitely won't arrive fully with your entire being to work or to the task what you need to do. So as well, in focus, meditation really helps as well to really have a sharp focus on what you're doing.
Okay.
And with that, if you are mindful enough, you start focusing on really the important things. So again, when it comes to your business, to your communication, outside of work life, within the connection with anyone around you, if more focused you are, more clarity you gain, and again, that just helps you create a better life for yourself.
Okay. Can you give us a few examples of entrepreneurs who practiced meditation or other personal tools to improve mind? With example, what change? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Well, recently I've been working with entrepreneurs quite a lot, because I designed a program. So it's never you come for one session and that's it, you're done. As I said, I mean, from the feedback, some said that of course they changed their life. So, but this is why they continue.
Yeah, sure.
But the thing is, I would say the biggest challenge what we managed to solve very quickly, and then that's the main focus to continue, to really find the work-life balance. Especially if you are a CEO, an owner, and an entrepreneur, you don't just work 9 till 5, that's it. You leave your office and you go home.
Yeah, you dream work,
yes,
you wake up work.
Exactly, right. And that's very important, again, to allow yourself to switch off a bit. It's like, imagine you would be using your phone like 24 hours and you would never charge it. And you would expect it to the battery to be full all the time. So this is how you can imagine the human body.
Yeah.
We do have an energy level. So you wake up every day. Hopefully, if you have a very nice evening routine, then you wake up every day with 100% battery charge, which is great. And this is how you start your day. But if you already wake up just with 40% of battery, then your day is already starting from a lower point.
Yeah. And, yes, sir. And I think this is interesting because as entrepreneur too, I also have like difficult to disconnect the weekends. So I think it can be useful for people listening to know how they can just live the moment. And when they are in holidays or with family, friends, just live the moment.
Yeah. Well, it is because I think the challenge is when you are an entrepreneur that you love what you do. You know, you are excited about your business. That's why you're doing it.
It's like a game, so and there is not end. you can always...
Yes, there's always new ideas, new possibilities,
That's
new
true.
way to grow, and always something to do. But so if you remember at the beginning, I said even good stress is stress. And especially I think, yeah, whether you building your business or yourself or your connections with family and whoever, you have to dedicate some time again to sit down, literally sit down with yourself without anything
Okay.
and see, all right, where I am, like literally where I am right now. And yes, you need to think that, dedicate that 10 minutes only for your business, for example. Okay, so today is, what are we? Monday. All right.
Yeah.
But okay, so let's see. Here we are. Today is Monday. Tonight you go home. You dedicate, you set up your alarm for 10 minutes. You sit down, no music, nothing. Don't be disturbed. You sit down for 10 minutes and just think that, okay, from last Monday till today,
Yeah.
so this evening, what happened in your business? What happened?
Okay.
What was that what you achieved? What was that ooh, you still working on? What was that oh, it didn't really go the way you wanted? What are those things that's still on your list? You know, so to have like a summary of, okay, where am I now? And also that gratitude is everything. If you cannot be grateful for every single step you take,
Yeah.
you cannot move any further. And yes, you can wait for New Year's, so once a year, of course, to be very grateful for the whole year. That's beautiful as well. But why would you not do it every Monday?
day, yeah.
Exactly, or
That's true.
every Sunday evening, whatever is convenient for you to really. Okay, now I stop now. I really stop here and now and just see, okay, and give yourself a big well done
Yeah.
on your shoulder and, okay, wow, I achieved this now. Okay, so next goal. And again, we are, yes, business, but again, are remember, like any kind of relationship you have in your life with your partner. Okay, where are we now? Where are we? Hi, am I? Oh, all right. Oh, good.
Just to realize
10
everything you did.
Yes, yeah. So to become more and more mindful about yourself, because I think that's always that's all we want. Oh, I want to know myself. Who am I? Why am I here for? What's my purpose? Why am I doing my business? Why am I making friends with these people? Why am I in this company? Why am I, making new connections? It's always the questioning. So, okay, you want the answers. Fine, that's beautiful. Sit down every every day, 10 minutes, and you're gonna receive answers. Also, some of the entrepreneurs I've been working with, they came to me and said, I have everything. I'm very happy. My business is running.
Okay, I need anything.
And they said, but so now what? And again, we just started to see and work on, okay, where he really is at this moment, or she. What they really achieved by now. Because, whenever we feel any lack of something, or this is a very common one, when you are not happy with your age, oh, how old are you? And they are like, oh, no, I don't even tell you. Why? That's just really a number, right? But that number indicates where you are in your life in that moment. And if you're not happy with that number, that only means that you haven't achieved something, what you wanted by then, or you still have many, many things that you're not achieving, or you don't even know what to achieve. True. So again, coming back to your business, usually that's the case when you feel like, oh yes, but it's all good, but I'm still not happy. Okay. Then we dig a bit deeper to really see, okay, what is that all good, what is in
Yeah.
that container of all good, and how we can make it better, and or just to really find the important things to be grateful for and appreciate. And usually, because through meditation, yes, that's true, you do create a space within your mind. Like, that's what happens when we are stressed. Like, literally, physically, you do feel like you feel your stomach, you feel your shoulders, you like physically it gives you a very like a pulling, a sensation of everything, but not creating space.
Okay.
But in meditation, that's what happens. You're allowing yourself to get out of that narrow view or that very small box what you pulled yourself into with so much stress.
Yeah.
You breathe a little, and then you start opening your mind, literally. That opens creativity, more ideas, more connections, and just space.
Yeah. It's interesting also when you talk about create intimate space, because I think we are all very hard with ourselves, and practicing meditation or write grateful sentence can just remove the filter with ourselves and talk like a best friends, because sometimes we don't admit our how we say faiblesse, weakness.
Yeah. Well, it's most of us are like, and so again, when it comes to mindfulness, I remember the very first time, 12 years ago, when I started the 2-year course, and the very first exercise was to, okay, so now from tomorrow morning, start just observing your thoughts. Everything, whatever you think about, just observe it. We didn't have to do anything with it. I just have to be aware of what I'm thinking, how I am talking to myself. I remember driving down here in Malta, and I was crying my eyes out. I was crying so much, and then after an hour, I was like, "That I'm done. I can't do this.
I
Like,
can't
this is
more
yeah." I
anymore.
was like, "This is just ridiculous." I'm like, the way I'm talking to myself, the things I'm thinking about. I'm like, this is ridiculous. And most of the things what we think about, it's either about our past, which already happened, or the things what might happen in the future, and that gives us anxiety and stress and things to worry about. But anyways, I managed to do those tasks, and this is when I really realized that, wow, again, the power of our mind is so important and so powerful. Yes. Then later on, as I practiced more and more, I studied more about it. I experienced it on myself. I healed myself from, I had a very bad eczema. I went to see a doctor, of course. They told me, yeah, of course, you have to change everything, or your shampoo, or your clothes, or they wanted to give me medication. And I just had this feeling, I was like, okay, maybe it's not really the only way. And I just continued, but I was a very beginning at my meditation journey, very, very beginning. But I just had this instinct of like, no, there's something else behind it.
This episode has been recorded at CastMe, Malta's home for content creators. And you know what? You can rent the studio for your podcast, YouTube videos, shorts, TikTok or ads. It's time to take your video content to the next level. Book your recording slot at castme.mt. We'll take care of the rest.
And just by accident, it just happened that I watched a TV program when they talked about the connection in between depression and eczema. I was like, oh, okay.
This is for
I'm
me.
like, yes, I'm like, okay, I'm like, come here. I'm like, this is time
God is
to, yes, sending me the signs. And I was like, okay, this is, I'm like, come on. Like, I had a very nice talk with myself and really had to see what was going on in my life. My father back then was very, very ill. So I asked myself, am I depressed? And straight away, I was like, no, we're not. We are told that you cannot feel certain emotions. This is how we grew up from the very beginning, from our family, from our education system. This is how we grow up, that we are told what we cannot do. So with our emotions, that's exactly the same. And I said to myself, oh, yes, can I allow myself to be very, very sad for my father? And I said, yes, I can. Can I allow myself to even cry as much as I want? Yes, I can. And as much as I was opening up to myself about my own situation, that's it, my eczema completely disappeared.
Okay,
and
amazing.
And I was like, oh, yes. And I went back to the doctor. I'm like, oh, look, what happened? And he said, what did you take? Nothing. It was just my mind. And then I really realized, I'm like, wow, okay, there is something behind
powerful.
it. Yes. So that's how I really got into it more. And yes, I did manifest many things since then, and still, however, I don't think that if you're not interested in manifestation, if you're not interested in that side of it, fine. Pardon?
You won't see it?
Yes. And you don't have to necessarily experience it, but I think all of us is wanting to have better connections. Everyone. You want to be connected more to your family, to your siblings, parents, because it's not always easy. We love them, but it's not always easy. We sometimes we feel like we don't fit into our own family. So then imagine that's your very first circle of connections, and then you go out to the world. And then, you start feeling, okay, but I'm not fitting in with my friends. I'm not fitting in school. I'm not fitting in at work. Everyone just seems like a weirdo and a stranger, which is not the case, which is really not the case. And meditation can show you that. Meditation gives you the tool to come back home, which is yourself. And if you are able and ready to create this beautiful home within yourself, then yes, you are really able to do anything, whatever you want in your life.
And do you think the most famous people practice meditation or other things?
You mean famous, like business people, do you think?
Like presidents, singers, I don't know, people famous.
I mean, yes, I think we do have to categorize, like, what type of famous people we are talking about. And again, what famous means a bit. But I would say everyone who had found peace within themselves and within their environment, if it's their career, work, family, whatever, they do practice mindfulness and meditation for sure. Absolutely.
I want to do the link with like big boss of company also.
It's you can Google it. Yes, there are loads, they say, and obviously you can see their success, and for sure that is absolutely big part of it. If all of us would meditate from age of 5, just 10 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, the world would be a better place. Like, that's no question. That's absolutely fine. If you don't believe me, try. Everyone now, as of today, 10 minutes a day. Give yourself 3 months, 10 minutes a day, and you're going to see the difference in all area of your life. And yes, your life will change. That's the only thing you have to get ready for. That's the only thing.
Do you have other example from other people trying meditation in business and something happen, change? For me, for example, I tried meditation when I started business. I was not confident. I left my family. I was still studying.
Okay.
And I wanted to try the journey of entrepreneur. I was a bit sad in my couple too. So I tried to do some research about personal development.
Okay.
And it definitely changed my life for confidence, self-confidence. See, I was on the beginning of the business, but the small exercise I did, I was already able to see the big the step I did to start something growing now.
Amazing. Yes.
But I think that's why I'm pretty sure it can help a lot of people.
Yes, absolutely. Basically, what you explain is what happens in your brain when you meditate, because that really does open up a space, a bigger space where you are able to think better thoughts.
Yeah.
So especially when you have a goal, you know what you want.
Exactly. I feel stronger.
Yes, exactly. Each breath makes you stronger as well, literally, and physically as well. So imagine if you really create a space and allowing yourself to do that every day, then you can really then achieve anything. And the other thing, again, I would get back a bit to distractions. And not necessarily, we know that we are very distracted, right? All the time, with the phones, all the time. You can't even count like how many times you get distracted a day. And also there is the other part of distraction, which is your friends, your family, your colleagues, your whatever. When you do have an idea, you know what you want, but then maybe everyone tells you that you can't, or not that way.
That was my case.
And it is coming from a good place, because all they want to keep you safe, and they want the best for you. But then that can be very destructive sometimes. And I think, again, when you allow yourself to really just to sit down, then you just connect to yourself, and you can really see, listen, but what am I am saying to myself? What is in my mind, in my thoughts? Not my mom's, not my dad, not my fiance's, not me, who is me, who's wanting that things, and why.
That's true. I agree.
So that's why in business, but then you know what? Life is business. Business is life. Life is business. Meditation is life. Everyone has to meditate. Everyone, whatever it is. Even if you just want to be able to speak nicer to yourself. You know what? Yes. And you can check that. So every morning when you wake up, when you go to the bathroom, you brush your teeth, you look into the mirror. Just observe. Just see what are the first things what you tell yourself when you look into the mirror.
Yeah.
Because then the way you act there, when you are just, it's you and you in the bathroom with the mirror by brushing your teeth, you're gonna talk to yourself exactly the same way when you're gonna write your business plan, when you maybe didn't achieve something what you really wanted. You're gonna come back to yourself exactly the same way. If you were very critical in the morning to yourself, that this is how you're gonna talk to yourself as well. And when it comes to business, when we have a meeting or just any kind of communication. Oh
Yeah.
my God, these small things matter so much. Because imagine you are working with others for the same goal,
Yeah.
but you cannot communicate that because your mind is somewhere else. Those who's with you, but they are just there physically, their mind again is somewhere else.
Yeah.
So again, to integrate these very small, easy practices just right before a meeting, for example,
Yeah.
that's wow, that really again is a life-changing, is something that can change your business. But why? Oh, just because we sit down once? Well, yeah, not once, but then before each meeting, just have a minute
Yeah.
of a round question of like, okay, how is everyone feeling? Just a quick one, that's it. Then we don't go into a whole coaching session, but is everyone okay? You know, just be more human. Just acknowledge that actually, okay, that's a human being next to you, and you are one as well. And we are connecting all the time. Like we cannot not connect because then we wouldn't be here. So again, yeah, connection is key to life,
Okay.
to a better connection to yourself and to everyone else,
Yeah.
and to your business, and whatever you want to achieve. Yeah, in your daily life and
Yeah.
on a daily basis.
And
Yeah.
one last question. I think I already have the answer, but for business entrepreneurs, as you said, we never stop to think about our own business. So, do you think meditation can help to sleep better or well?
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Especially as I said, when I said, oh, if you have a good morning routine, well, for that, you need to have a nice evening routine to have a very good sleep. So then you can start a very good morning.
Yeah.
And yes, again, 10 minutes before you go to bed. You switch off everything. You don't look at anything anymore. And just give yourself 10 minutes to close that day, just that one day.
Yeah.
Then don't go back any further, but just one day, every day, close that day. How do you do that? That you sit down, you close your eyes, you take few deep breaths in and out, and you just go through quickly or slowly, whatever, how much time you want to spend on it, and just say, okay, I woke up in the morning this time, and just see what happened with you all day, okay? And then just acknowledge it. You don't have to do anything with it. You just, okay,
Yeah.
this one, okay, go. What else? And get to the point where you are there in bed.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So literally you really just guide yourself through the whole day, because then mentally, okay, it's done.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
You
done.
accept to stop the day.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like now to switch with your own job. I mean, because you do retreat and coaching, right? Personally or remotely?
Yes, both.
Both.
Yeah.
You work
Yeah.
from everywhere or?
I can work from
Yeah.
everywhere. Yes. Yes. Well, basically, what I do retreats, either like my private retreats, so I just organize. Those are also meditation and mindfulness retreats.
Okay.
Always. So it's a bit different because it's, like we all have our group intention as well. Whatever we want to work on, we work on. And the retreat is very nice because we can really work on so many things in a rather short time. I also offer retreats to companies.
Okay.
So then that's really focusing on business subjects and how to structure the days more, or how to plan. It's very business focused.
Can you tell us more about retreat? What is it? It's like not one session is.
No, it's usually, yes.
You move somewhere for a few days.
Yes, it's usually a long weekend,
Okay.
so 3-4 nights. But it
Right.
depends. There is also a 1 week one. Again, depends what the goal is. And usually it's in nature. We just go away
connect.
in nature. Yes, to connect, to disconnect, to connect, to reconnect, and again to learn more and more. About ourselves and about how to connect better. And basically, it's a very good way to build your own routine as well, your daily routine,
Okay.
because basically we would be doing, like
Together,
repetitive, repetitive things, and also like together as well. So I think you learn faster.
Yeah.
And again, it's just always a fun activity as well, because I think whenever we want to learn something and that feels hard, yes, it is more difficult to learn it, of course. But I always, as I said, for me the best way is the easiest way. That's it. To find. And so during the retreat I show loads of techniques and tools.
Okay.
And then so at least you get to you get familiar with it, and then after you can see what works best for you.
Yeah.
Because that's the main aim,
Okay.
to then you go, you leave, and then you can continue the
Yeah.
practice.
You try,
Oh,
and then you keep what you prefer, what you want. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So when we talked last time, I wanted also to talk about how do you feel or what do you think about doing business in spirituality or your domain?
Well, in what way doing business and in spiritual?
I mean, I think people can think it's not lucrative. It cannot be a lucrative business. Sorry, to help people with spirituality, meditation, because it's, I don't know, thinking or just connect with nature. I don't know.
Well, that's the first thing what we have to establish. Like now we are here, 2024. Like so, being spiritual or having a meditation practice
Yeah.
doesn't require you to go to the forest or go to a yoga studio or put on your yoga pants. Like you don't need that. I meditate on the plane, I meditate on the street, I meditate in the bus stop, in my car, on the, like, everywhere is possible.
Yeah.
And I think that's the very important thing what we have to change in our mindset, that spirituality is not something that's around us and it's invisible. No, it's a practice, is a way of living. That's what it means for me. I mean, call me spiritual, but it's like you would tell me, oh, you are alive. Yes, I am alive. I am mindful about my actions, my reactions, about my plans. And yes, and that includes my business as well, because that's part of it. Once I had this conversation with someone, and we were friends, but then we were going to maybe to do some business together, but then it didn't work out, and I was surprised and a bit disappointed, and he didn't understand. He's like, so what? But this is our friendship and that is business. And I said, so what's the difference? And he said, yeah, huge difference. I'm like, but where? Well, in communication. I communicate this in my business, but I have a different way of communicating with you. And I said, no, that's not correct. You have to have the same rules when it comes to your business, or when you pick up the phone and you talk to your mom.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same thing. You want respect, you want safety, and you do want love. You want love. If you don't love your business, then it's a completely different approach. So I think we just need to change the idea about spirituality. And also, if when it comes to money, that also that is an energy as well. That is a source of energy, just anything else. So it's absolutely fine if we have a business what we really enjoy, and we also want to make money with it, and then we want to grow, and we want to build something nicer and bigger, and we want to be part of the community and help the surroundings, and that's absolutely fine.
Okay, I totally agree. But I wanted to you explain because I think a lot of people doesn't understand. But for me, it's like for business, you need to learn something in your business. You pay for courses or how we say in English. Wait. Consultant.
Consultancy. Okay.
Yeah. So you pay for to get more knowledge or help or
it's always an investment.
Investment, right?
Yes, and actually that is a very good way to look at it. So imagine, well, again, it comes from our education system. We know that, oh yes, when we want to buy something from the shop, we have to pay with money. But okay, and yes, that's correct, but so that is an investment. So the same way, when it comes then to yourself to invest, you investing the time, the educations or the trainings, what you do. You do your practices to keep yourself healthy. And then when it comes to your business, then of course, you also want the investment and also the exchange. It's just the same exchange everywhere you go. And again, it's just exchange also in your family, in your relationships. It's always just an exchange. I think if this is how we start looking at it, that also you are in service to yourself and to others, then that's it. There is no more border of like, okay, but this is my business, this is my family, this is my... No, it's all one. It's all one. It's all connected.
As you said, life is business.
Yes, yes.
All right. And for you, for example, I know we can find a lot of resources for free, like in YouTube or I don't know, Instagram. How you do to get clients and keep it?
Well, when did I start? Obviously, the beginning, I think, is always the most challenging. Yes. However, I never really felt the challenge because I think, again, when you enjoy doing something, you don't feel like, there are obstacles on the way, but you just keep going because you know why you are doing it. You know your purpose. You know your reasons.
You trust.
And so, to be honest, I started, with private clients. So,
how you find it?
They found me. They found me.
How? With a
website?
Actually,
I didn't have a website yet. It was mainly from my social media. And through friends and recommendations. And it was more like private coaching first. So if anyone had any issues of like breaking up or heartaches or loss of anything or changing jobs even or any problems. So this is how I started then. I was always very conscious about health and healthy lifestyle. So whenever I was working in offices, like all my colleagues, they were always watching me, what I was eating. They were asking me. They were always seeing me like, stretching here, stretching there, doing my breath work. Like my colleague was next to me and she's like, "Are you all right?" I'm just taking just deep breaths. And then I got them involved. And I really enjoyed that as well. Especially that, as I said, it's always the easiest way to learn when it's easy, and especially when you choose it. So whoever came to me for any advice, so I was of course very happy to say or tell them, what I am doing. And so remembering that, I was like, yes, a corporate environment is very important. And just because we spend half of our life with our work, what we do, whether it's your own business or working for someone. So it's for me it's very important to provide a service that can be implemented in everywhere, whether you are an entrepreneur or you have your own company and you have a bigger group of people. And so this is how I started.
Okay.
Yes, and so basically I have these 2 programs, which is I just go and I do the sessions, but also I also train like HR professionals and CEOs and managers and leaders. So then once they know they are trained, they can help others and do these easy exercises with their own team. So that's the 2 ways, the main 2 programs what I have, and also personal coaching is. That's my,
And you said you do retreat and coaching. What is the part of each? I mean, time. How many time you?
Yes.
Sorry, my bad English.
No, that's okay. No, that's okay. Well, at the moment, it depends on the so if it's a corporate retreat, I mean, they just reach out to me, and we see, when's the best time for them. For me, usually this year I have a few retreats, for example, for this year as well. And with the clients, I have the personal coaching. I have the 6. That's the 2. There is a 1 month. There is a 1, 3, and the 6 months program. So this is how it is. So it's This
personal
is
coaching is the bigger part of your
yes.
job.
Yeah.
Do you want to add something else?
I not to add, just to really, because you see, it's my biggest challenge is to really tell you in an hour or in 2 sentences what meditation has done for me in my life, and so I don't know, maybe you need to beep this out a bit or something, but I started to think that honestly, like nowadays, meditation is like sex. Everyone is talking about it. Everyone knows that, we should be doing it. We should be, no one knows, how many times, how often, what should we wear, how this and that.
Yeah.
And I just do it. Just stop talking about it. Just do it. So that's, like meditation as well. Just do it. Just start. Even if it's 2 minutes a day.
Yeah.
Because that's all you can do. Do it. Or try other guided meditation or with music. But the foundation of all practices is for you to be able to sit down in silence with yourself. To come home. And from home, you can create magic. Yes.
Thank you very much, Agnes.
Thank you so much.